Hey, my name is Todd Bigelow. I've been a freelance photographer based in Los Angeles for 30 years. I'm an adjunct professor and a soon-to-be author on a book on freelance business practices for photographers. This is 2 Minutes with Todd, where I'm going to briefly discuss many of the business topics that freelancers face on an almost daily basis. Let's get into it. Today we're going to do a brief version 2 on the work for hire contract and what it means to freelancers. If you haven't had a chance to see the first video on this topic, please go back and take a quick look so you have a good understanding. Okay, the work for hire contract, as we talked about, strips photographers of their rights to their images. Okay, so the first thing that means is that you've lost all control of your work. Okay, you can't control who uses it, how it's used. You will get no fees for any use. You have lost control of the work. A work for hire contract assigns the copyright and all rights to use that work to whoever is issuing that contract. So again, if you have respect for your subjects, if you have respect for yourself as a freelancer and wanting to control how and when your images are used, I would encourage you to think very strongly about signing a work for hire agreement and the impact that'll have on you, especially in the long run. Again, as I said in the first video, you need to do what you need to do in the short term to pay your rent, get your bills paid, and so forth. But understand in the long run, there are serious implications. Even in the short run. I mean, in the short run, you're still losing complete control of your work. But the idea being that perhaps you're getting some assignment work to help pay that month's bills. I get it. In the long run, you're going to lose licensing income. So with control of that work, you lose the licensing income when you lose the control. As a freelancer that's never signed a work for hire agreement, I rely on my licensing income to help pay bills, to help pay for equipment, to help pay for my business insurance, to help run my freelance business. I'm a full-time freelancer. I need multiple income streams. I need it. I mean, that's just the way it is. I get assignment work and I need licensing income and I teach, and that's the reality of being a full-time freelancer. And I really do rely on that licensing. For somebody that's worked in the business for close to 30 years now as a freelancer, I can tell you I've been licensing for decades. It's real. You can and will make money off of your images for people coming to you for secondary uses. So if you sign a work for hire contract, that's gone. You're not going to be able to develop that licensing income, especially down the road as you build your archive over many years of photographing. The last thing I want to address, and it can get a little, not complicated, but it requires an honest conversation with colleagues. When employees of publications, of universities, professors, anybody that is a salaried employee takes a work for hire job, they're impacting those of us that make a full-time living as freelancers. As an employee, the secondary income is not going to be anywhere near as vital to survival as it is to full-time freelancers. So when they sign those agreements, they're weakening the freelance photojournalism and photography community. We need that income. So I would encourage you to have respectful, polite conversations with any colleagues that are engaging in freelance work when they do not rely on the freelance world for their full-time income, so that we can in some way maybe swing the pendulum back towards freelance photographers making a viable living through control of their work and through licensing their images.